was hard for people to keep clean. They didn't have running water and all that kind of thing. And so there was often a lot of infections, and the kids had lots of ear infections. And so they often had to go to the hospital in Anchorage to have their eardrums replaced. And so they had surgery and all of that. And then they had to stay there after the surgery for like 6 weeks because they couldn't fly until their eardrums were, I don't know what, but anyway, connected properly, whatever. So this young lady came back, and she was 12, and they had a classroom in the hospital. It was a hospital for the indigenous folks, and it was run by public health, and they did really good work. And so when she came back, everybody wanted to know, what was your favorite thing about Anchorage, And she said, well, I have a question. And I said, what's that? She said, well, there was a window in our classroom. And I said, yeah. And she said, I used to stand at the window and look out. And she said, we were up on a higher floor. And so I looked down and I'd see all these cars going all different directions. And then every once in a while they'd stop and they'd get in straight lines. And I finally put it together and realized that she had no clue about traffic lights. And we didn't have streets, we didn't have traffic lights, we didn't have any of those things in the villages. So I grew up playing games like red light, green light, to drink your milk and, do all those silly things. So we started playing those games. We made a big, thing that we hung from the ceiling to make it look like a traffic light. And they had more fun with that. And it was something that I would never have thought of because I took it for granted. I mean, I just didn't think about it. And so they were able to learn some things that they otherwise might not have, just because we asked a simple question, which is something that even in what I do today with executives and leaders at various levels in their organizations is, just ask the simple question. You're going to get a lot more information than if you continue to beat on somebody to try to get them to say what you want them to say.